Hey, you're with Jose Theodore, and you're watching Missin Curfew.
What's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! And in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
Fellas, coming to you from Hall Pass Media, Newport Beach, this is Missin Curfew. And like always, fellas, before we start snapping around crispy rice, spicy tuna, this show is always presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Obes, the updog, and our boy Richie fella from Scottsdale. Boys, how we doing? First of all, let me say happy Thanksgiving. This is going to come out on Black Friday. My favorite holiday, I'm going to say, maybe July 4th back in the day, and July 1st is my favorite holidays. But I love Thanksgiving. It's just about food, football, and scratching your nuts on the couch. I fucking love it. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Rich, couple trips to the toilet, call her a day.
Get the sweatpants on, baby, and have yourself a time.
What do you got planned for Thanksgiving there? Up the Pine Canyon? Where you heading, fella, Rich?
No, we kind of have like a adopted family here. We go over to their house. It's Jess's brother. Jess's brother's getting married. He met a girl up at Pine Canyon, actually. So we go over to their family's house. And they have like 22 people over there. So they're like 10 minutes from us. They put on a huge feast. So we go over there and just watch football. It's a big day for for Jess's family because the Packers always play. So we always watch the Packers as she's from Wisconsin. So that's kind of it, man. Just go eat and drink and hang out.
I knew there was some funny business going on up there at Pine Canyon. Hey, everyone's finding the little lady up there.
The friendly confines of Pine Canyon.
Friendly confines. Shout out to Scott and Mandy. They're getting to town this week, so they haven't met my little daughter Goldie yet. Pretty excited about that. So we're doing a big turkey at the house. In-laws, us. Flowers is coming down. Just a little day of football. Wine.
You invited Flowers to your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I would have invited you. I thought you were gone. I thought I'm
going to Big Canyon.
Yeah. It's expensive when you have 12 there.
Yeah,
I don't give it away.
Is it per person? Is that how they ding you?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Yeah, of course.
But it's a nice treat. We do Easter there, and they don't give that away either. But yeah, shout out. It's nice to just go to Big Canyon for anything. No,
so you're going to let Larry Flowers come and eat the ass out of your turkey? Richard said, if you've seen this guy eat a turkey, it's the most disgusting thing you've seen in your life.
How so?
He eats it out. He eats the ass out of it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Goes for the rear end. He goes for the rear.
What are you talking about?
He eats the ass out of the turkey. He gets it's crazy, man. It's exactly how it sounds, right? Am I making the right sense here?
He's sort of a caveman, yeah. And his etiquette isn't quite that of like a nice family feast. It's more of
he's from Philly.
A Philly cheesesteak on the south side of Philly after an Eagles game. Now, in saying that, I just knew he was solo mission and that Cody moved out of where he was, I think, and they're in transition. So,
he usually goes to Cody's.
He goes to Cody's, yeah. So anyway, I invited him a couple of weeks ago, and no, but it's nice. I like Thanksgiving, best holiday on the planet. You get to sit, drink, gamble responsibly,
watch football.
Yes, eat, and boy, we can eat. But last year, my parents did the Jigs dinner, a nice Newfie style Jigs dinner. They brought in some salt beef. They did the full pot with the carrots and turnip and mashed potatoes, gravy. No spam. No spam. That's not part of the Jigs dinner. At least not in my family. It could be in Teddy's. I don't know, that crazy Newfie. Where is Ted?
Teddy just had a baby.
Oh, the other one? Yeah.
Yeah, little girl.
Oh, good for him. So he's got boy, girl now.
Boy, girl, yeah. Penelope.
Just
a couple days ago, yeah.
Back to Thanksgiving. So you got 12 people coming in.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing with the turkey? You frying the fucking thing, or what are you?
Right now we got a 18-pounder. My brother-in-law Matt went and got the turkey. I think we need a bigger one now. But no, we put it in the oven.
Old school.
We baste the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Prep it. Brine it.
You got to baste.
Brine it and then get it in there. My mom is my mom's a little stingy on how she likes her turkey. She likes it well done. I'm going to have to grab the reins back from my mom this year because she burnt the shit out of the one last year.
She did. No one wants a dry bird.
No one wants a dry bird.
No one wants.
I'm like, Mom, it's still cooked. It says like 185 on there. That's more than cooked.
She's ready. Throw a little gravy on there, stuff in some corn, get after. What is your favorite?
It's a nice touch. You roll the cream corn or just
cream corn? Cream corn.
Nice.
Cream it all over the place. Hey, what's your favorite I'll go first. I love the stuffing. My stuffing's my favorite part of the whole meal. You gotta just have.
Yeah, I could have guessed that.
Right? You could have guessed that, Rich?
I could have guessed that.
I don't
Or
want
the dish with the, yeah.
I don't want that stovetop shit. I want fucking shout out to Pam Roxy O'Brien. She fucking made an unbelievable stuffing.
Yeah.
Gets it right in there.
Sourdough.
I don't think it was sourdough. I think it was just good old fashioned white Wonder Bread, right? From fucking Davis Valley Mart.
That's what my dad does too.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
A lot of pepper and some spices on there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm traveling, boys. I'm heading out on Friday. I'm a little concerned. I never traveled on Thanksgiving. It's like the biggest day of the year. People travel. So I'm going Friday to Wichita. Mac Miller, myself. I'm going in there to meet. I'm meeting the family, boys. What does that mean for my timeline on life, you guys? What does that mean?
Instead of the GoPro that we have on our carts, we should just give you one walking into Wichita there.
Right. Oh, you've never met her family?
I met her mom and dad. I haven't met her. I'm meeting the grandparents and the cousins, and her dad's awesome. Her dad, Big D, is a beauty.
Yeah.
Christy, her mom is a sweetheart. But I'm meeting everyone. I'm meeting them all. They're, here we go, Rich. I'm right in the fucking putting myself right in the oven. I'm going right in the oven, fella.
There's no turning back now, eh, fella?
There's no
Ass up, brined up.
Yeah. Fucking bake me. Like Kramer said, stick that baster in me. I'm done. Stick a fork in me, Jerry. I'm done. I love Thanksgiving, boys, though. I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for Missin Curfew. Thankful for having you boys in my life. But it's a great holiday. Christmas right around the corner where there comes a lot of pressure. But Thanksgiving, man, 3 great football games. Lions, Packers, Cowboys, Chiefs, Ravens, Bengals. Joey B's back. I'm telling you right now, I'm hammering the Chiefs. Even though the Cowboys are hot. I'm hammering. What's that line right now? I'll tell you another my favorite thing, Richie, about Thanksgiving. I love leftover turkey sandos.
Oh, maybe. There's nothing better than that, is there?
Oh,
a little mayo, salt, pepper.
KC -3. Hey, when you're a little hung cheese or whatever, you get home, come home, just make yourself a little homemade turkey sandwich, leftovers. That's the best.
It is great.
Boys, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Boys, moving on, a little intro here. Conor McGregor, the Notorious. I absolutely love this guy. When we were all playing the NHL was when he was making his rise in the UFC and being the double champ and good Irish lad. And, obviously he's been on a bit of a bender lately. And, I was getting worried about him. And, Updog, he went down to Tijuana, Mexico and took this drug. He's back. He looks unbelievable. His eyes are clear. He wants to fight. For the first time in years, I believe he's actually going to fight now on the White House card. But, dude, he was obviously, in one with some trauma to the head, partying too hard, but he went down to Tijuana, man, and this drug works, Updog.
Yeah. Yeah, so listen, it's highly well-known treatment called it's Ibogaine treatment. It's a venom, comes from a frog and a plant. So there's 2 phases of it. But from what I know from talking to friends that have done it is you really let go of all the substances that you can be addictive in your life, bad omens, bad habits. You have, in most cases, you have near-death experiences. And I think if you read this case of Conor McGregor, he has an experience where he fully dies, meets Jesus, comes back down to earth, and he's forever let go of all the problems and in either relationships or personal, ventures that he just can't cope with. And a close friend of mine went down for, pharmaceutical pills, basically being addicted to that, and he kicked it. And what not only was he able to kick that is he just came back more of an enlightened person. He asked, more questions. It's not that he went completely sober, but he can still have a cocktail or whatnot.
Yeah,
but
a little reset.
Yeah. And in some cases it's like, even the people that don't think they need this sort of treatment, like I think everyone should welcome the power and healing, powers of psychedelics in some fashion, whether it's doing a little daily dose of a mushroom to see if it, can get you up on your feet in the morning, or a powerful dose of this, to get you over maybe a relationship problem that you had once before, Richie, like with your mom and dad, and, trauma that you've had since you were a kid. And we all carry some sort of trauma. Speaking through this microphone, it probably hits home to everyone listening, especially our demographic. But I just think, guys like Conor to go do this and then to openly, share their story and actually experience like firsthand healing, and for him to come out and say that's pretty cool. So who knows where it goes from here, if he's going to get back in the ring or he's going to He's going to lay off, the public displays of aggression that he's had in the past. Like he's been a ticking time bomb.
No, he has. Like I was worried about him. I'm like, fuck, this guy's going to either dying
So,
or
and
really did something.
And then just to close it, Richie, before you maybe jump in, is I think we could all do this. Like whether we do it together or any player or professional athlete who's left the game and went on to, something else. Whether you're moving on with your family, you do nothing, or you're leaving to start another venture. I just think it's such a crazy, moment in our lives and a change that this sort of thing can help. So I kind of leave it at that. I pass it on, Richie, to your thoughts, but yeah, I think it can help, fellas.
Yeah, well, it's a subject I don't know a ton about. Up, seem to know a lot about it, but you can tell he was on a slippery slope. And I'm glad he got some help. But do you know? I mean, I don't want to call anyone out here. Do you know guys that have done this?
Yeah.
I mean, Carcillo went down to Peru and did it like maybe not this exact one, but kind of similar.
Yeah, and he did ayahuasca. So
Ayahuasca, yeah.
Two different. This ibogaine a little different treatment, and I hear it's almost as intense, just doesn't last as long.
I like that. That was the one thing I've always been worried about. I want to do it. I would love to do it with you and Loops and whoever. Like, I like that it's shorter. I like the sounds of it.
Kevin O'Malley's going to do it just shortly thereafter. I think this Aspen trip, he's doing it with some guys that have done it before. Wiz Buckley, who is the fighter pilot who I went up with, who carries trauma from years and years in the service. He speaks highly about this, and I think just the people you go meet too when you're there, it's pretty enlightening. And it sounds like this place in Tijuana is a place that solely, focuses on these sort of psychedelic treatments. It's only an hour away.
I know.
We could go and do a 2-dayer and, have the time.
Yeah.
Is it like a one-time shot, or you do it a couple times?
No, this I believe is one time, Richie. So I'm actually, I don't really know. But from what I'm told, it's not like a 4-day ayahuasca thing where you do one long trip and it's one thing, and then you do another long thing and it's the healing part, and then it's, this is a straight wabamo, and then you're basically fucking elevating above your body, going, I'm done. That's me. I'm dead. Now I'm going somewhere else. This is my spirit, and that's my body. And then you face a lot of these things that you carry that are dark. And then you can find the light in them. So.
Listen, Carcillo is a guy that Richie, he went through it. He's come out the other side and done unbelievable. And just to see Conor McGregor, the way he's come out of this, like he looks like a completely different person. He looks like he did, 10 years ago before he, made all his money. Like his eyes are clear. His body looks different. He's talking like he used to. It's like, it's pretty amazing some of the stuff that can be done, Rich. Yeah. I'm glad Conor got the help he deserved. I love Conor McGregor. I'm always pulling for him, and to see him bounce back like this, and I do think he's going to fight now because he's talked about it. But anyway, so the boys out there, if you are having troubles with some stuff, battling some, health problems with your head, look into this stuff. And to McGregor, fucking writes you good Irish lad. I'm glad you're back. And like I said, anyone needs help, there's lots of, different ways to do it, and reach out and get the help you need. So we'll be right back. I'm Missin Curfew. Welcome back to Missin Curfew. DraftKings bets, baby. Bets, some more bets presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Boys, the Pick 6 app, get involved. Me, Updog, Richie, love it. Listen, boys, on fucking Black Friday, 15 games around the NHL, followed up by a Saturday slate of 11 games. Get involved. Lots of opportunity for the DraftKings Pick 6 app. I mean, boys, 15 games on Friday. You're going to be a little sluggish from the turkey dinner. Sit down, enjoy your Friday, and get in the action at Pick 6. I'll tell you what, boys, I'm going to be firing on Black Friday. 15 games. I like my chances of hitting something that day.
15 games, folks.
15 games. There's
a lot of chance to battle back. That's what I'm thinking. Battle back.
A lot of opportunities, Richie, for shots. Time on ice, like the Updog says. Black Friday is not disappointing, and I think Pick 6 is the way to get after it, fella.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be in on that, Opes.
Yeah, right?
I can't wait to send you my picks. Can't wait.
You're going to be firing, boys. So always gamble responsibly, but get some skin in the game with DraftKings Sportsbook. Pick 6. Friday, 15 games. Saturday, 11 games on the NHL slate. Updog, get this guy a Labatt Blue, fella.
Oh, fellas, around the holidays, there's nothing better. Brought to you by Labatt. With Labatt, you can buy beer and get gear. Go to their website, snap a photo of your receipt, and upload it to gain points towards exclusive merch. Any size, any product, anywhere you're buying Labatt. Sign up at rewards.labattusa.com.
The pristine Pilsner. Fellas, here we are. You know, this is going to come out on Black Friday. You know, we all played in the league for a long time, and, you know, American Thanksgiving, right? A lot of teams have played. Everyone's played 20 games. A couple teams have played almost 25. You know, teams I was on personally, you know, I don't want to speak for you guys, but by this time of the year, you kind of knew where you stood, right? Either you're in or you're out. Either you're going to be a good hockey club or you're going to have to fight and claw to get in the playoffs. So what teams do you want to give a blue light to for having a great first quarter? And maybe what teams out there you're looking at that need a couple blue lights to maybe rally them and get them going, because the standings right now, Updog, my man, are not what I would have anticipated at American Thanksgiving.
No. Well, let's just start here with, let's just start in the Atlantic right now with a team that kind of had a tough stretch at the beginning of the season, and we hounded on them, but our coach, John Cooper, got them back in the mix. They're 13-7 as we fall today, which is the day before Thanksgiving. So to see the Tampa Bay Lightning battle back and get through that, and I'm just going to go one under the Detroit Red Wings, who are now 13-9, 4 games above 500. Stevie Yzerman, there's no question that even though the legend himself, number 19, and the captain of the Detroit Red Wings legendary teams, as the GM, you know, it's never a safe job, and there's been a lot of heat on him. So I'm happy that he's been battling back. And, you know, this time of year, which is why we're talking about this, come Thanksgiving, you're either in or you're in the way.
Yeah.
And it's nice that these two teams, that just pop out to me there in the Atlantic Oaks, that they're pushing and where they are.
Rich, anyone surprising you right now that you want to give a Labatt Blue to, or maybe a team that should fucking drink a few to get out of a little, you know, where they are in the stand?
Just as
I'll
important.
go, I'll go both ways here. The one team I would like to give a beer to is the New York Islanders.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm a little shocked on how well they played. You know, I mean, I'm pulling for Patrick Roy. I love the fire when he gets going. He's yelling at coaches, yelling at guys. I watched them probably twice in the last 10 days, and watching that Matthew Schaefer kid play.
Yeah.
Holy shit, did they get a good player here.
Right?
I mean, this kid is unbelievable for 18 years old, the way he's playing. Anyway, they've been impressive. I don't usually watch the Islanders a lot, but he's brought some new juice to the lineup, and they've been playing good. Happy for them. So I think they deserve a beer. And then the one team you picked them to win that, didn't you not? Toronto Maple Leafs?
Yeah, I did. Fact.
I picked them for the finals, I think. So I can't believe, they just have been red rotten all year. So, I don't think they can stay in the basement of the Eastern Conference, but something's got to give here. I don't know if they need a good shake or a good night out or about 24 Labatt Blues to get out of this thing, but something's got to give.
No, they need to get the water out of the fridge in the dressing room in the Leafs and get the blue lights in there and start fucking drinking and get after it.
Because it's been tough.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Islanders with you, Richie, just to tag that. It's Matthew Schaefer. Like they just came out west here, and I watched them play. You know, the Avs, Dallas, Vegas. This kid, I use the word jump, Richie, but he has changed the whole complexion of their team. Bo Horvat, a guy who I used to lay into pretty good when he was in Vancouver. He's having himself a hell of a year. Matty Barzal's been back. And you mentioned Patty Waugh. You got to give Patty credit, man. He brings the emotion, and that's a trickle-down effect. When your coaches, head coaches fired up, it's going to trickle down. And I'm with you on the Leafs. I got them down here for get those boys some Labatt Blues. Boys, get out.
Yeah.
We'll get drunk. Have a team meeting or team dinner. Fucking shake it off here. Casey, if you could real quick, I don't know if you can, but the odds on DraftKings Sportsbook for the Leafs to make the playoffs right now, I'm just curious to what they are. I'm going to keep rolling here, though. Teams I'm going to give themselves a Labatt Blue to for the first quarter of the season. John Cooper and the Tampa Bay Lightning got off to a tough start. Here they are again, second in the Atlantic. Beat Philly last night. They're just rolling. So Coop and the Lightning, talk about just a good, sound organization that, you got to give Julian Breezeball credit. Here they are again, right back in a playoff spot. So, boys, you deserve Labatt Blue. Obviously, out here, our Anaheim Ducks, Coach Q and the boys, Killer, Stromer, get yourself a Labatt Blue. And then the Seattle Kraken, my boy Monty Kidfella, up in the Northwest. You got to give Lane Lambert some credit. I didn't love the hire when they first hired him. They brought him in. They're sitting second right now, or third, I believe, in the Pacific Division. Second right now.
Tied with LA.
So, boys, get yourself a Labatt Blue. And then I look at teams right now, up dog. Your Edmonton Oilers, 2 points out.
On the outside looking in, fella.
The Winnipeg Jets are 3 points out in the West. I mean, if I would have told you at the start of the year, at 22 games in, that the Pacific Division would go Ducks, Kraken, Kings, you would have made some money on DraftKings Sportsbook. I'll fucking tell you that.
You damn right. Boys, this is the craziest stat that just we have to point out this time. We're how many games in? 22 games in. Gentlemen, the Colorado Avalanche are plus 38 in goal differential through 22 games.
Wow.
That is fucking nasty. They're kicking everybody's ass. They're 8-0-2 at home. Their road record just as good. They're on a 9-game point streak. That is just, how are you?
I'll tell you what. Yeah, they're back, baby.
They're back.
And I missed the start of this little run because I was on the ALCS World Series bender. I wasn't betting hockey. Fuck them. You could have made some money on the Avs all year here. They haven't lost. Brock Nelson, Richie, who I think we both at the trade deadline were like, there's a little softness to his game. He has seemed to have a good offseason. It's easier, right? You get traded at the deadline, you come in, you sign a new extension, you start training camp there. He's looked really good to me. And the old boy, Brent Burns, I'm still not sure what he has in that backpack and why he wants to lug it in and out of a rink. Like, fella, save the legs. But he's come in there and played really nicely for them. Josh Manson's doing his thing. Obviously,
Malinsky's done well.
Sorry?
Malinsky's been good.
Malinsky's turned into a real nice player for them. Real nice player.
Yeah.
So they're ready to rock. And another team I want to get a Labatt Blue to is the Boston Bruins. Marco Sturm, Cam Neely, Don Sweeney. I talked about the Tanner Joe deal a couple weeks ago. I was like, why give that guy that money? They play hard. They have an identity. Jeremy Swayman's found his game. Right now they're sitting second in the wild card position. So to those boys, get yourself a Labatt Blue. The Montreal Canadiens are on a little bit of a tailspin. I mean, listen, I would say maybe it's changed, Richie. Like back in our day, I thought around Thanksgiving you would know. Right now, I got no idea what teams are going to get in and out, man. This is still wide open, especially in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You look at Toronto's 5 points out. I mean, they're only 5 points out of a playoff spot. That's not, you know what I mean? They're too good a team to be sitting where they are.
Yeah, they're plus 145 on DraftKings to make the playoffs. I'm going to bet that right after this show ends.
So I don't know. New York's been a huge disappointment. Florida's obviously going to come here. They're going to keep moving up, I think. Montreal's better than they're playing lately. So, it's still tight, really.
There's a lot of good teams right there in the East just out, right? Like Columbus, yeah. I think they're a good hockey club. Florida is hanging around.
Yeah.
Right.
Hawks done a good job in Philly so far.
Yeah. The Rangers, I don't think, are very good.
No.
But I think Florida and Buffalo, obviously Florida, but I think Columbus is right there. Like, they're going to be knocking on the door. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to maintain it. I think they'll fall off. As we know, up dog, it's tough to get in, man.
Big time.
Like, you look at these standings at Thanksgiving, it's hard to get in, man.
15 years in the league, boys. How many times you missed the playoffs by 1-2 points? Season's done.
Too many.
So hard, boys. To be that top 8 and the grind down the stretch, these wins towards, this first quarter of the year are so, so important. It's the emphasis is just, it's step on the gas all the time because they're so hard to get points down the stretch.
Are you worried about your Oilers at all, or?
Every year, the whole league has been worried about them. I look through, you go on X and you read anything on Oiler, anyone talking Oiler stuff. They need a goalie. There's, defensemen coming in and coming out, like money for money here. There's always just noise around the Oilers. And for the amount of time in the last few years that they've been shit, the two wagons always get them out of their, out of the pile of crap.
Yeah.
They'll
be all right. But I'm just so surprised that they're on the outside looking in. So get yourself a Labatt Blue. Always drink responsibly. Last but not least, before we get to our guest chart, Missin Curfew, it is the Kits Eyewear Dish of the Week. And don't worry, fellas, we didn't forget about the Progressive wares. If you're sick of getting ripped off, you can grab Progressive frames and lenses included from just $85 when you use code CURFEW. And you can thank me later. These bad boys work. Fellas, it's our Kits Eyewear Dish of the Week. It's a nice little play here by 34. Roll it, Casey. Here we go, boys. Comes in here. Nice job to get on side there. Great little play here by 34. Don't know his name. Backdoor. Booyah. Right to Willie. That is our Kits Eyewear Dish of the Week. It's a great play all around. The boys hustle to get back on side. Great little dish behind. One touch from Protus right to Willie. Backdoor tap in. That is our Kits Eyewear Dish of the Week. It's a great play.
Who's 34?
I don't know, but this is a nice little play. We should know his name.
It is too.
Look at that. One touch. That's NHL. That is NHL. Look at Ovi hustling to get on side. Look at that.
That's an assist for Ovi.
That's how you change. Look at this. I could bury that one. Booyah.
That would have been goal 907 if Ovi just stayed on the ice.
That is our Kids Eyewear dish of the week. Boys, our guest, all-time beauty, all-time legend, Hart and Vezina winner, talking to his legend, Jose Theodore, coming up next. Tell us. Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Up dog, swishy, ups. I know you had the privilege of playing with this beauty. This is one guy that I wish I would have had the luxury of jumping off the plane, getting on the bird, and just hoping I got the text or the look from him and, hey, meet me in the lobby in 15. Hey, it must have been a treat to play with this guy.
It's an absolute treat, and I'm glad he's finally coming on. I'm gonna take a little bit of credit for not having him on earlier, but he's so busy on the golf course enjoying post hockey career. Listen, Jose Theodore, thanks for coming on with the fellas, buddy. How you been? I miss you.
Really good. Miss you too. About time up you wake up. I mean, I was getting thought it was personal, but the big boy beside you, he actually reached out to me, so I appreciate that. Thanks for the invite, guys.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while. Like, we've been wanting to get you, but in Uppy's defense, we didn't want to bug you. You're living the dream down in Florida. I go, we're like, you don't want to bundle, right? Like,
so, okay, guys, all right. Enough bullshit.
I mean, he's got his standard 10 a.m. tea time at Royal Palm. He's got his beach club there. I mean, life's good for Jose. Yeah. If you look at him, his tan's better than yours. And you just spent a week in Dominican.
I was in Dominican. That is a good tan you got going.
Yeah, I know, but nothing compared to Chelly. Chelly's the benchmark, man. Chelly, it's like it's fucking perfect.
Funny, Theo, it's so funny you say that. I was up in the summertime up in the Muskokas with my family. Can't afford to buy there, so I rent for a week and can barely afford that. And I'm coming back to the airport. I'm like, fuck, I got a good tan. No one's gonna out tan me. And I'm looking ahead of me, and I see this guy with like the best tan you've ever seen in your life. And I keep walking. I'm like, wow, what a tan. Sure enough, Chris Chelios. I'm like, Chelly, that tan, I could see you from 2 terminals down, buddy. You're glowing so much.
But you know what I'm disappointed though? I would think that a guy like Charlie would fly private all the time.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, he just put his house up for 60 bananas.
Malibu.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it's good.
I won't give it away, but I heard it's because he did a huge remodel on the beach. Yeah. And Malibu's just so strict with anything you touch, like near the water. The fucking coastal commissions will come in. So they came in to give Chelly a little tap and like a fine of probably a pretty substantial amount. So then he's like, yeah, fuck it. Maybe just hit a home run here and sell the pad. But a lot of good parties there in the summer. We've been at.
Yeah, Theo, our buddy Kevin called me. His buddy Chuck would rent Chelly's place in the summertime and have a July 4th party there. And we were lucky enough to crash it a couple times. And it was good scenery. Let's just say you would have liked it. You would have fit right in, Theo.
I'm sure. Every time I'm with you guys, when I flew down play Anaheim with wherever we played up here at your course, that was pretty sick. Couple of days, night out. It was fun times. Well, it's back when we were young.
I know we were young, buddy. It's all the times that, like, listen, I was just explaining before you jumped on that, Schmaltzy, I had Schmaltzy as a young kid in St. Louis, and, to give Schmaltzy a tap, like, hey, after lunch today or after practice, you're coming with me. We're going to hit some spots and do this and do that, blah, blah, go shopping. Dude, you were the ultimate teammate to be like, after practice in Fort Lauderdale, jump in his Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
Go down to Bell Harbor.
NHL.
Go down to Bell Harbor, park in the fucking valet, and then just head in, and it's just eye candy central. Have the best table set up, little espresso, some carpaccio.
You forgot how to swim. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I remember when I signed with Florida, that's when like we signed like 12 guys. Me, Jovo, you, Soupy. We're like 12 guys. So obviously when you come on a new team, right away, I just tried to seize, okay, when we're going to be in New York or LA, who am I going to hang out with? So then the first guy I looked was Weaver. I'm like, not this guy. Like I thought he was running the drills in the morning. And I swear before I first got there, and I love Weaver, what a teammate block shot for me. I owe him a lot. But the first time I got there, right before training camp, we're there just, practicing a week before, and he's running the drills. But he's there with his freaking long stick, no bucket, running the drill. Okay, guys, 2-on-1. I really thought he was running a hockey school in the summertime. I tell Jovo, and he looked like he was 60 years old. I tell Jovo, I said, fuck, dude, this guy, what, does he run the hockey program here? He said, fuck, that's your teammate. He's got to be playing in person. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. And then I look at Happy's face. I said, okay, I've heard some stories about him. He's going to be a good buddy to hang out, and we just, we love talking music. We like just to have a good time. and play hard, party harder.
That's funny. You thought Lever was like the fucking guy just running the hockey program. Man.
That's what I thought of Aaron Downey when I played with him. I came into the room and he was on the treadmill with the fucking dumbbells, and I was freaked out. And I go, who's our new assistant coach or trainer? That's fucking Aaron Downey. He's actually going to try out. I go, oh, fuck.
Gotta stay away from him, eh?
No.
Hey, Theo, I want to ask you about Jovo. Jovo was a guy that I've got to know through Uppy, and Jovo was the reason I wore 55. When he played in Vancouver, I was playing junior, and I'd watch the second of the double hitter on Hockey Night Canada. Jovo's out there playing power play, crushing guys, fighting guys. I know you guys are tight. What was it like playing with him, and how good of a player was he back in the day?
He was good, man. He was solid. He could do it all. We have the same agent. We got drafted the same years in the same year in '94. And I played with him. First time was at the World Championships over in Russia. He was there, but I mean, playing against him, obviously, you guys know he was hard. He would play hard. He could fight. He would play on the power play, put points, and then playing with him in Florida. Yes, it was towards the end of his career, but just great leader, great guy. I mean, he's just. In his prime, he was really he could do it all out there. He just could do it all, put the minutes. And if somebody would play dirty, he would go there and just make sure they stayed calm. And again, he would put points on the power play as well. So he was just, he was a complete player.
Yeah,
for sure.
And Theo, no one really knows, like him coming back to Florida at that point of his career, like he could have went anywhere. Florida laid him a pretty good deal. It meant a lot for him to come back. Like he left so young to go to Vancouver. But this motherfucker played with a ball and socket, fucking fake hip. Like, people remember that. He came back after that one summer, Theo, when we got locked out, and he had that scar, and he was going out and fucking taking hits, and and young guys like Ekblad would look at him, and that just teaches young kids so much. Yeah. Like Jovo was just laying it all on the line. I'm like, this motherfucker if he messes this one up, it's bad.
Yeah.
Love to,
and then the team, the
team throw a team party, love to golf, like a fucking ultimate guy.
Yeah, for sure. Quiet on the road, like he would be quiet. He needed his rest and everything, but that's good. That's okay. I'd rather have guys in front of me being well rested.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Theo, I wasn't well rested. I would have tried to block shots for you, but I would have boxed out for you, but I definitely wasn't well rested. Theo, I want to go back, buddy, to Montreal. I mean, looking back, how much success you had then. And I just looked at you like a French Canadian being the starting goalie that goes on to win the Hart and the Vezina. But what was it like for you? Like the pressure and the day-to-day living in Montreal and going out, like, did you embrace it? Or was there times where you're like, fuck, this is a lot to kind of deal with here?
Not really. For me, I always said people talk about Montreal, the pressure, blah, blah, blah. And first thing is I grew up in Montreal, so I didn't know anything else. Like for me, it was just normal. You play for the Canadians, if you're French Canadian or from there, obviously there's a lot of attention. Everybody knows you. I grew up, we had season tickets, so I was there in '93 when they won the cup against LA. Patrick was obviously the guy. And for me, it was kind of normal. And then in junior on a smaller market, I played for Hull, now Gatineau. Hull is a big market for the junior. Same thing. You go out, people recognize you, you get, VIP treatment. So for me, it was just kind of normal. And I thought it was like that in any other cities. I thought once you make it to the show, it's like this in all the big markets. So I didn't really realize it. It did happen pretty quickly because I played pretty much 2/3 of the season when I was 20 years old. So you just learn to realize that every time you go out, people are just going to talk to you, take pictures of, autograph. And when you go out, you don't really need a reservation because they're going to give you a good table and just, take advantage. And if there's no table, they're going to bring a table from somewhere. So it was just, I kind of really liked it. And for me, it just pushed me to be better. And I wanted to, I just wanted to do the best I could for the city. And like you said, I had the chance to play there like 9 years and I have some pretty good years, but there come a time that it's time to change the arrow, change part ways. And that's when I got traded. That last year was kind of hard because I just felt now everything I was doing was wrong. Not necessarily on and off the ice. I'm just saying like, it seems I was their go-to guy to pick on a little bit. I did have, a bad start, to be honest, and I was, the highest paid guy on the team. So it was just good to go to Colorado. But my times in Montreal, I say it all the time, to start a career, if you like that pressure, for sure it's going to bring the best out of you because you can't have a day off, just like if you play in Vancouver or any Canadian market.
Theo, I wanted to ask you, it's Swish here, by the way. Thanks for coming on. Hey, man, these guys, they're a little bit older than me, but they've always told me you had that rock star just style off the ice, leather jackets, tight jeans. And as a guy that loves fur coats, I love just a blend of chinchilla, a little beaver, whatever it is. Did you ever have some fur coats in your Montreal days?
Fuck, you should have seen me. I remember in Calgary, I had one that was 3/4 long. I think it was a red fox or something. And what was good about that one, because we paid a lot of money, I could reverse it and the inside was all another black. So I could go both ways on the road. I would switch it out. People thought I would come with 2 coats. It was just one coat. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I saw that, and I got to say, I stole that idea and that look from another legend himself, Derek Sanderson, back in his Boston days. I saw him walking with a big fur coat. I'm like, this is pretty cool. I got it. One of these days when I make it, that's what I wanted. Then that year, I just said, yeah, I'm going for it. So,
Yeah, Derek Sanderson was a legend. He had his own sports bar, I think, in Boston called Batzers or something like that. My uncle played with him.
And I think he signed the first ever $1 million contract for any maybe athlete or whatever.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce right out through the window.
Exactly.
Coming in out in a room with Frosty, Theo, in Florida. I just want to touch on another Schmaltzy. You know how the look right now with like Austin Matthews and Willie Styles is like the baggy pants. It's like totally in right now. This motherfucker had these baggy pant like suits, Theo, that would show up to the rink and everything. And I'm like, fuck, he's pulling this off somehow. One day he's going to open up that closet again, and these are going to be fully back in style, which, Theo, these kids now are like, they're starting to learn. They're starting to pick up on you.
Finally figure it out. Like, they have earrings. I had a fucking diamond stud earring at 26 years old when I signed my first deal. Show up to the press conference with these diamond earrings. That was the time that Beckham had him as well. So again, I'm not taking credit for that. Just that a little bit like, at one point, we're so lucky to play in the show. We're making good money. We're in the public eye. We're normal people, but at the same time, we're still icon for a lot of young people. So why not just go there, enjoy, show your style, and just live with it? Just like PK's doing, like Matthew's doing, like even Patrick Laney, he's a beauty in Montreal as well, the way he dresses. But it is what it is. I mean, fuck, me, Mike Ribeiro, that's another beauty. I could tell you that one. Oh yeah, this one is taking to the next level. His style is. His idol was Allen Iverson, and he pretty much did a lot of things that Allen was doing. But, you have to have fun, man. That's it. Look, now I'm happy. I'm 49 years old. I could say when I played in the league, I played the hardest I can. I had a long career, but I still enjoyed my time because, fuck, we can't go back once you're once you're on the back nine, you can't go back.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. It's the best league in the world. If you don't enjoy every second of it while you're there, then what the fuck you're wasting your time. Theo, I got a little two-part question here, fella. First of all, Bonanotte was good to me as a road team. Throughout your career, if you play for the Habs, would you go to Bonanotte, or is that like a road place, or is that somewhere you might poke your head in after a big Saturday night win or something like that?
Yeah, that's a place. I had a running deal there. I just paid at the end of the season, but no, a lot of time we would go for lunch there because it was still open for lunch just after practice. But after a big win, man, that street, you're talking about Bonanotte, but you had Bonanotte. If it was average, you cross the street at Globe, and that was average, you go beside at Sophia. If that's what average, you go at the liquor store in the corner. And if that's average, it's probably a fucking Monday morning because it's never average in Montreal. So it was good. And especially after a win, everybody's happy. The fans are happy. You're happy. You have your own, my boys from Montreal, my friends, my brother was there. So it was always a big crew and it was a good time. Summertime was great as well. Cause then summertime, you have your off time. You don't need to do the same routine. So summer was good. Montreal, it's a great city. We got to be honest. It is a fun city, even though the last couple of years, I feel it slipped a little bit, but, still a good city.
Yeah, Theo, I just want my follow-up question. Swishy asked you about your fur jacket. I'll never forget my first time playing at the Bell Center. You guys beat us. Sheldon Surrey comes out with this fur jacket, and his hair is perfect. And I'm thinking, fuck, where's he going? And I wish I could go with him. I know you guys played together. What was it like having Shelley there? The guy was an absolute weapon on the ice and off the ice, but that was a guy that enjoyed his time in Montreal as well.
Yeah, and I have so much respect for Shelly. I was actually in Vegas last week with my wife, and I gave him a call right away. Shelly, when you play with guys and you played Hart together, it's like a brother for life. So Shelly playing, that was the kind of guy, he's a guy who would hang out together, go for dinner on the road, go out together, play hard. But like you say, the guy's a weapon, his freaking rocket from the blue line with his big wooden stick back then. I remember when I had to practice, and let's say we had a bad PP, so we would work on the one-timer, and then they were just feeding him his freaking one-timer, top circle, and I have to stand there. The guy had 20 goals, I believe, 1 year in Montreal, and he was very embraced in the community as well. He had a lot of friends, and playing with Shell, like I said, another great teammate. I mean, he's just a fun guy to be around. Just a fun guy. We had a good bunch of guys, to be honest.
Yeah, before you go, I remember in Dallas, Shelly was in Dallas, and I had a late night the night before, and he fucking was just whistling these one-timers on the peepers, and I'm like, Shelly, if you could keep them down just a little bit tonight for me, buddy. Like, I'm a little sluggish out here. He's like, honestly, I don't know where it's going, so just heads up. And it was just so hard all the time. I'm like, he was scared. Anyone that blocked his shot, Theo, I would tip my hat to, because it was an absolute bomb.
Yeah, and I feel for him because the injuries really took off maybe 300 game of his career. Because I remember when he hurt his hand, they couldn't figure it out. He had 2 surgeries. Then he went over to Germany to try a treatment. I don't know what. Came back, and then he wasn't lucky with injuries, even though he had a great career. But I think he left a lot of goals and a lot of games out there because of the injuries. But it's not that he wasn't in good shape. Another freaking Superman off the ice.
Hey, Theo, just one more crack at that. I feel like every good, young team, especially the ones that win, have a good core group of younger players. And we're talking about you three horsemen with you, Shelly, Ribby. Yeah, we're talking back when we had roommates too, right? And you and Ribby were roommates. How were you able to play and win a Hart trophy and a Vezina trophy when you have Ribby as your roommate? Because I'm sure shit wasn't fucking just going home for curfew every night.
Actually, when I won the Hart and Vezina, it was Stefan Robida, my roommate. Then after that was Ribby, but I think 3 months in the season, true story, Mike Terry calls us in the office because we could pick a roommate. So me and Mike were on the same schedule. We called in the office you know what? Yeah, I don't think this is working out. We got to switch you guys up. So then he put me with Mathieu Garon, and Mike was with Mike Commissarek.
Oh, Commissarek. Yeah,
but that was just a formality to get the key, because Commissarek was a rookie, Garon was a rookie, so we decided to put the 2 rookies together anyway, and then Mike stayed together.
Hey, I love that. Theo, I want to ask you, because you brought this up to me a bunch over dinner when we're chirping how the league may have gone for us, in our era. And, you come off a season where you win the Hart Trophy, Vezina Trophy, you're one of 5 goalies to ever do that. And then we get locked out for a full year. You sign an extension. By the time we go back and play, Jose Theodore's contracts rolled back 24%. So was everybody's. But what the fuck? Do you remember that sort of feeling and coming back in and going, oh, we just gave up a full year for that? What's for you there? Because that was, it's a lot.
It is. It was, like you said, when I won in 2002, my contract went up. So I signed was 5.56 million. So the 6 million, which would have been my last year of contract, that was the rollback. But the rollback, not the rollback, but the 6 million I lost because that was the lockout year. So then right there's 6 that I never got. Rollback, instead of being my qualifying at 6, now that's 4.5. So right there, that's 7.5 on the table. And all that to miss a full season, which for me, obviously, full season, I played half in Stockholm. I was in Stockholm. Stockholm's another great city, by the way.
Yeah.
So I played half there, but still, you still lose a year that you're in your prime, technically, that you're not playing in the best league. And then you come back to freaking rollback. Everybody's confused with, okay, now there's a salary cap. I end up signing a similar deal, 3 years, 16 after that. But it just, like you said, it just was very, I was very sour. I couldn't believe that we would actually miss a full season and leaving all that money. And then the rollback on top of that, that sucks. Yeah,
the rollback, I still don't understand. I still don't. Okay, you missed the whole season. Fuck you. And then you're like, okay, we're gonna take money we've already given you. Fuck off.
Crazy.
That's
It's
crazy
like
to
they
me.
had it planned.
I know.
The fucking whole
Batman.
time.
Hey, Batman. Hey, Theo, I want to go back. I'm just curious, buddy. I played in Vancouver, and I got some hot water with the media at times, but the media was good to me. And I'm just wondering, and your time in Montreal, like we said about a French-speaking Canadian Hart Trophy, how was the media? Did you use it as a tool? Did you not like it? Because I know they can be a lot when it comes to playing in Montreal. I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, they could be a lot, especially with the goalies. We know, like we see it now in Montreal. Like, you know, you have a couple bad games, and all of a sudden it's okay, trade the guy or whatever. But the media, the way it was, is, you know, you gotta play the game. I've had my guys. I have maybe 3-4 solid media that I would, you know, be tight with them and give them some privileged information if you want sometimes. And then it was the same thing with everybody. So sometimes, you know, I would have a tough time to get my point across. So I would use my media friends to get it there, because we didn't have social media. I would have loved to have social media so you could go out there and defend yourself. Didn't do it. But obviously I did have some tough time in Montreal. And just quick story for you guys. When I fractured my heel, that's the year I got traded. I fractured my heel. That was the year I got traded. So I had a bad year, fractured my heel. Then it was the Olympic break. And then some media was starting to say that it wasn't a real fracture, that the team was doing that to protect me, pretending so I'm not playing. It was just a stupid bullshit. So they sent fucking cameras outside my house, hiding in the bushes, to see if I was actually really in crutches or if I would have come out just jumping and everything is good. So that was towards the end when I saw that. It's like, okay, now people are getting really too much attention. Now it's like, I'm hurt, I can't play. Stop thinking about 100 scenarios. So that was kind of hard. And then all kind of rumors. Actually, he didn't fracture his heel doing that. He was coming out of the casino. He got in an accident with his car, and all kind of rumors. So that was kind of hard, especially for my family, because now people are feeding all these nonsense, and you always have to justify yourself. So overall, I got to say it was great. I love playing Montreal, but like I said, the last year it was time for me to change it, go somewhere else, because it was getting a lot for me and for my family. Yeah.
Theo, you had nasty style off the ice, but as well as on the ice. And I want to take you back to a game, the Heritage Classic. Sherwood stick, Vaughn pads, but you threw the toque on top of the bucket. Now, was that just because it was too cold, or were you planning on having that helmet on? Because that's when I think about you, I see that picture and it's like, wow. Even back then, that was sick style.
Yeah, well, it was the first outdoor game that the NHL did, and it was called the Heritage Classic, obviously to go back to heritage when, you know, we used to play outside in the early 1900s. But I would love to tell you it was a big master plan behind that. It was none of that. The day before, we arrived in Edmonton, just to have a practice and see test ice and everything, and it was pretty cool. And I saw my PR guy. He had this vintage toque on with the pump on there, whatever. So yeah, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I'm just like, yeah, okay. I want to wear it while I'm doing the warm up. Just that's for practice, only for practice. Just when you kind of shoot the puck. I said it's gonna be a cool picture just to have it. So I didn't think any of it. So then the next day we go for the morning skate. No, there's no morning skate. Anyway, I just know that there's no morning skate. I told my trainer, I said, I want to do the warm up with the toque on, but just for the warm-up. Again, I just wanted to have one picture to have somewhere in my office with the toque, and that was it. You know the way it is. Go for warm-up, and then the guys after, I was getting ready to rip it off, and Saku, Zednik, all the guys, fuck, you have no balls, leave it on, it looks good, play the game with it. So I'm like, wow, okay, I'll play the game with it. Again, didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, okay, it's going to be cool. One picture, maybe a hockey card, that's it. We win the game. As soon as I get off the ice, there's a Ron McLean Hockey Night in Canada, and I think he wants to talk about the game right away. It's like, yeah, the toque, and then the guy for the Hockey Hall of Fame's like, can we get the original toque, because we're going to do a display at the Hockey Hall of Fame for the first game. They wanted the freaking toque. So I'm like, okay, no problem. But then that became a big thing in Montreal. They would call it Theo's toque, and usually Puma, they would sell like 10,000 a year. They were already like at 50,000 by December. You would see it everywhere. So then, you know me up here, I'm calling my agent. I'm like, you got to call Puma. I need a kickback somewhere. Give me something. I mean, you guys so Puma, like, obviously I didn't have if I would have known, I would have signed something before. So they just say, yeah, come to our warehouse and you get 20,000 of free clothes. I'm like, okay. So I just took everything from my boys and everything. But so it wasn't planned. It was just something that kind of happened. And even today, people talk to me about it all the time.
Yeah, I got it up right here. He looks sick.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Fuck, paddle down here. I like that.
Fucking
I like that
right.
old school style there.
Take away the low point of the net. Nobody could raise it back then.
Hey, Theo, I just want to ask you, like, obviously we touched on it, but being a goaltender to win the Hart, like, Labatt did it last year. Carey Price did it. Can't remember what year when he was a Hab, but, like, it doesn't happen very often. Do you ever sit back, ever have a nice glass of scotch or whatever you like to enjoy, and just sit back and be like, wow, that's pretty cool, man, that you got it done? Because goalies don't think get enough credit to win the Hart, but to get it done, man, that's going to be a pretty amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's something. Growing up, I never even thought that it was possible for a goalie, because back then when I grew up, who won it? Gretzky won it 9 times. Then it was Mario Lemieux maybe 5 times. So it was always between guys. You didn't know that goalies could win. And then Dominic Hasek came. He won it back-to-back, which was sick. But I realize it more now that I'm older. And, when you reflect on your career, things you've done, like, okay, if scoring a goal for me, it's something that I think back. It's pretty cool. The Hart is obviously a big highlight in my career, but just something when it happens, you just think, it's going to happen again. Like, I'm 25 years old. I mean, okay, I might not win it again, but I thought that I had a chance. So you realize with time, and when you see that there's not too many people that do it, that obviously nobody could take it away. And yes, looking back with a nice single malt, it's good to think about that. But I mean, you need to be lucky, because if you have a really, really strong team, then the goalie doesn't have the credit. So you need a team that needs to put you out there where you allowed a lot of shots, but you still can win games. So you need a lot of luck to win it. But I mean, it's not something that I had in mind, but it was good to see, especially coming in with all the bonuses that was attached to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I used to say it to Louis. Louis would complain sometimes in Vancouver about like high quality scoring chance. I'm like, Lou, just try to get your numbers up, fella. Hey, we want you to win the Vezina this year. We'll lock it down when time comes, Bobby. Don't worry, fella.
I mean, bonuses are one thing. It's usually like ice time or plus minus, but fucking when you're checking the box on a Hart Trophy or a Vezina, you must be like, oh, fuck, honey, that was a good year.
Did you have a Hart Trophy bonus in your contract?
Well, no, but a fucking off the ice Hart Trophy.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I signed that contract, I was like, it was 2 years before I won the Hart, and they didn't want to pay me a lot salary-wise because I was just upcoming. So in return, because Jeff Hackett was there, so I was technically the backup goalie, but I know I was pushing. I know I was getting close to being number one. So the team at the end, even though I locked out, I didn't even go to training camp. I'm 23 years old, 23, I have no rights, nothing, and I just didn't show up to camp. Turn out when you're talking to the media, that helped me a lot, because the media was like, you got to sign Theodore. He's from Montreal. He's holding up. He's not at camp. So that helped me to sign. But then after, they didn't want to pay me what I wanted salary-wise. I would have taken a tiny bit more, but they gave me a shitload of bonuses. Like, if you play 30 games, 40 games, if you had this, because they didn't think I would play. But then Jeff Hackett got hurt both years, and I ended up playing 58 games and 70 games. And so I had my calendar at home with all my bonuses, because I like to set myself
that's cool
challenges. And then guys would know when I had something, because sometimes they would walk in the board. I remember one game we were playing against Philly at home. The game doesn't really mean anything. They walk in, I had 5,000 on the board. So now the guys, they knew that was a big game. So I would just, try to share it with the guys and take them for dinner. But it just, again, it's just, you got to set yourself some goals. But bonuses was good.
I always remember your office at your house and how many sick fucking masks you have, and you always wore sick ones. Is there one there that you're looking at in that office right now that stands out to you as your favorite?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the one I had in Montreal, just because that's the one that.
Grab it. Let me see it.
I'm gonna grab you 2 masks just to
show you. See these masks. These things are sick.
That's a sick painting right there that he's got there with the Hart.
Yeah, Schmaltzy, to touch on his style, he had the sickest mask.
Yeah, I like to Theo's style always, because look at his jersey too. He always had it like tucked in the back of his pants a little bit. I always like that style that he had too, right? His jersey was always tucked.
I'll just grab another one.
Oh, that's a nice state he's making
that
there.
picture is nasty in the background there, stretching out.
Yeah.
We're talking about how nasty you actually had like the Gretzky tuck.
Yeah, I always liked how you had the tuck in your jersey in the back.
Oh yeah, that I would do that for me, I like just in the back, but not one side. It was behind, but that for sure. No, this one's good just because that's the World Junior win. With just it's good for me. Like World Junior was a big thing to win. Not that it's pretty. I had nothing to do with the design, but it means a lot just because when you played the World Juniors, after you played, it's you had that one chance. For me, it was one I played when I was 19 to win the goal, so that was good. But the one that people obviously remember is the one in Montreal. I was kind of basic. Goals, protecting the city more like in the old times.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't really take care of it. Some goalies, I would drive me crazy when goalie, they put it in a little case. And, after a game, it doesn't want to get scratched. I mean, fuck, look at that one timer that fence. I don't know. That's probably, I don't know who, but I just like them beat up. And then, I stick with the same thing when I was in Colorado, same thing, goals. But then I added a nice touch that nobody ever saw. I had in my diamond earrings on the Goggles ears. Nobody saw that. And then Florida, that's for you, Olds. In Florida, they decided to have a nice little panther in the bikini.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first year.
That's nice.
There's a few of those running around the South Beach.
Yeah, so that was just, but the one in Montreal obviously sticks out just because that was the one that I kept for like 9 years or 8 years, whatever it was.
Theo, did you always have the same guy paint your bucket throughout your whole career, or did it change with places you went?
I changed, yeah. I had that guy in Montreal was good. Then when I got traded, I think when I went to Colorado, Colorado was another guy that was really good. A guy based in Sweden, Dave's Hart, that's his name. He's awesome. He does a lot. He does a great job. But now some of them are sick with the matte paint. Nowadays the masks are pretty sick.
Yeah. Theo, I want to ask you about one of your former teammates and a guy you played a lot against. We all played against Ovi. He just got his 900th goal. First of all, what was it like him shooting on you? People often ask me, like, who was the one guy when you first got in the league that you're like, you shouldn't be on the ice with? And Ovi was my answer. Like, when I got traded from Anaheim to Tampa in the old Southeast Division, Ovi was flying around. He'd have 2 goals, 10 shots, 10 hits. What was it like to face him, and what was it like to be a teammate of Ovi's?
Listen, you're talking about chemistry, and a lot of teams need to have that good bond with young players. I got there, I was 34, 33 maybe, whatever, 33. You had Backstrom, Ovi, Semin, Green, Mike Green, defenseman, another beauty.
Yeah.
So we went there, and already I could see these kids were doing something special, right? That's the reason why I signed there as a free agent too. Colorado offered me something. I went there. First practice, I see Ovi. He rips one, and I kind of knew he was going high because I just saw the way he was holding. So I stood up, hit me on the shoulder, enough, and right away it hurt. So right away I went and I saw him. I said, Ovi, you know what? I respect everything, but on practices, just go fucking shoot on the other side. When you do half and half, I don't want you to shoot on me. So he would always shoot to score. For him, he would always say, when I would say, hey, it's a warm-up, he said, yeah, it's warm-up for me too. I want to shoot top shelf. So he would always shoot fucking hard and to score. So, but the guy just liked to score goals. Like he even in practices, he's not putting a show. I know when he first got in the league, he was getting a little bit of heat for the way he was celebrating and everything. I think the league needed that. And I remember that, a thing that pissed me off was when guys were saying before he won his Stanley Cup, they were saying, oh, he's a selfish player. He's not like Crosby. He's not a leader. And it would upset me because I know if there's a guy that's a leader and wants to win, it was Ovi. So special player, special. He is special player, but I mean, he's unreal. He just, and again, it's fun to see a guy like his caliber, but off the ice, don't get me wrong, man. He's just like a player should be off the ice. He likes to, have fun on the plane, play cards, have a couple drinks. When it's time to go out, when it's green light, it's green light. So it was fun to see a guy have the career that he has, still playing well. And I had the chance to see him when he was, very young.
Yeah, and you can see like the stuff that comes out on social media now, the Caps deal, like how much fun they have before the game, and they're going no bucket and warm up. Like, yeah, there's some tough days in the NHL. We've all been there, but it's still the greatest league in the world. If you can't enjoy yourself and have fun with the boys, I think that goes a long way to winning. Theo, like my good teams out on, we had fun and we fucked around and then we played hard.
Exactly. And my last year with them, I think I played like maybe 50 games, but the wins were like 30 wins, 7 losses. So that means we finished first in the league. We won the President's Trophy. So when you win 90% of the game and you finish, I mean, imagine how much fun you have. You're winning games. Guys, they all like to have fun on the plane, on the road. First time with just more like the old school. Drop the bags. Where do we meet? And, and it wasn't a private chef. Like, I mean, Backstrom and Greeny, I was always with these two guys a lot, showing them places because I feel they didn't know where to go. So I would take them places, but they weren't afraid to have freaking cheeseburger and fries with a cheesecake at 10 o'clock before a game. And they still would go the next day and just Mike Green beat the record for the most consecutive goal for a defenseman. So it was just, great time. I would have loved to stay there, but I just didn't see eye to eye with the coach, Bruce Boudreau. So,
yeah. Oh, that's old school hockey. I love that. Theo, I got to ask you about your squad, the Montreal Canadiens. Off to a good start. One of my favorite teammates ever, Marty St. Louis, the head coach there. So a little two-parter. What have you seen the Canadiens so far? And Marty St. Louis as a coach. I don't know how well you know him. I'm sure you know him, but I mean, he's just a great guy doing great things there, right?
Yeah, I know Marty. Marty, I played against him the first time when I was midget AAA. He's a year older than me, but he was there. And just to tell you a quick story, the first game we played against him, we lost 10-9, and I was in for all 10 goals. Marty had 7 points that game. So I know him pretty well. And then I played with him at the World Cup in 2004 when we won the goal. So, and he's a great guy. And really this year, I feel last year was a good stepping stone. They made the playoffs. It was good. The team is exciting. That's what's fun to see. You see guys like Demidov and then Cole Caulfield, Suzuki, Slav is becoming a power forward. It's a good team. I think, like you said, they came to a really good start, but they kind of overachieved a little bit. I don't think it's a team that's going to finish first in their division yet. And typical Montreal, like a little early controversy with the goalies. That, I think, Marty misplayed the way he was handling his goalies in October, because I said it. I do radio back home, and I said it right like it was freaking, I think it was like October 20th when he didn't put Montembeault. I said, okay, now he's going to create controversy and it could play against him. And I always say you're better off to mess with one goalie's head than mess with both of them. And that's kind of what he's done. So obviously now the goalie's been struggling. They need to get back on the wagon. But overall, they're a fun team to watch. I mean, they're going to be a solid team. And especially with that young kid, Fowler, the goalie Fowler in the minor, he's already in the top. He has 3 shutouts. He's only like 22. He won all the trophies when he played NCAA for Boston College. So, within the next 2-3 years, I think you could see a team fighting for a cup for sure.
Theo, just to stay on the goalie train, you brought up your World Junior mask. Thoughts on the Olympics here around the corner for Team Canada goalies? We talk about it often, but, Binner, you had to have been impressed what he did in the World Cup last year, especially in Montreal. We went up for that game, but just witnessing like his persona, his confidence, his swagger, which you had. Is it his net to lose? And then, maybe your thoughts on the rest of the goaltending that maybe Canada can put in there for Milan. Which is a great
I think
city,
obviously,
by the way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but I think you got to give him the nod for sure, because even at the Four Nation, he had some okay games where it was kind of shaky, but when you needed him that final game, he stole that game. The guy won the cup. So that when the pressure's there, he's gonna step up no matter what. He has that mental strength. So for sure, I think even though St. Louis not going as planned, but for sure. Then for the rest of the pack, well, you would have before the season started, I would have told you that Sam Montembeault would be in the talk because he played really well at the World Championship last year, played well for Montreal as well. But with the way he's playing right now, I don't think he's in the mix. Then you got Logan Thompson that's playing well. But I still think that, usually Team Canada, when I played in 2004, it was Bruder, Luongo, and me. The year before, Turco was there. Belfort. I think now you don't have that same luxury if you want. You just have to go with your guy that already is proven, which is obviously Binner. And then you just got to go with whoever's hot at that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, Theo, you mentioned a guy who's proven it, and Bitter proved it once again in the Four Nations. But the thing that I forgot, and I watch a lot of Blues games, but I guess I don't watch that many, like his ability to play the puck, Theo, like that was a big difference for him. Like he could come out there almost like a third D, and I think that just puts another check in his box, huh?
Oh, for sure. Especially like, it's such a fast game. And, if you could beat a guy with one pass or even a goalie could help your team. And, you're a D. I would love to be good with the puck. It just wasn't my strength. I would keep it, just fucking simple. Try to make sure nobody gets hit and, try not to mess up too often. But for sure, that's a big, big asset for the team and for him. Yeah, for sure, man.
Theo, you're a big lifestyle guy. My understanding, you love music. If you're talking to the people out there, I mean, I'm sure you've seen a ton of shows, a ton of concerts. Is there one that really sticks out to you, or a band, or someone you've seen live a ton of times? Is there a name out there?
I like a lot. Like growing up, I was snowboarding and skateboarding a lot. So, I'm very punk rock influence, like older band like, Pennywise, Bad Religion, Social Distortion. And I've been lucky that to meet pretty much all these guys. And even I played with Pennywise, Bro-Hymn in Colorado on stage with them. So for me, every time like I could meet these guys that I grew up and they're great musician, but especially becoming friends. So I would tell you right now would be NoFX, Pennywise, Bad Religion. And then obviously you have another, like, they're my good friends of mine from Montreal, Simple Plan. Every time they do a concert, I go there, they hook me up. They just did a show at the Hard Rock with Avril Lavigne. So I was able to go on stage with River, and she was throwing the balls in the stand. So that's always fun. But like Uppy is, I'm a big music guy. I used to go to all the Lollapalooza when I was younger, Vans Warped Tour. I've seen I was there when Guns N' Roses and Metallica had that big incident in Montreal. I think it was like 93 when James Hetfield got burnt. And then fucking Axl Rose at 4 songs said, fuck this shit, I'm leaving. 50,000 people stealing everything, cars upside down. Just go on YouTube. I was there. So I've done some great concert, but my real style of music is more the low, like kind of punk rock music.
What about Blink 182? Theo, you like Blink 182?
I like Blink a lot, yeah. Yeah, they're good.
So can you play as well? Like, can you play that instrument or?
Yeah, I play guitar. That's why I say I played with Pennywise. I played Bro-Hymn with Pennywise. I played with Social Distortion, not Social, with Simple Plan. I played, it's funny, one time I'm in Montreal and NoFX is there, but when you're on the stage, they always put these fucking cooler of free beers for whoever's on the stage. So I'm there drinking. And then the last song, the band come out and I tell the singer, Fat Mike, he calls himself Fat Mike, that's his name. It's Mike, I could play Bob, that's the name of the song. I could play Bob with you. And I see this guitar player has no shirt. So I'm like, fuck, it's my chest. I take my shirt. I go play the song. Then I did fuck up at one point of the song. I did fuck up the song, but they cover because they were so good. So that's when I say, okay, if you're a rock star, you can't play when you're drunk because you're going to mess up. You could get drunk after. But for me, it's like I'm a kid. It's such fun times, man. You all know, Uppy, you have great connection. You know a lot of people. And it's just fun when you could take advantage of these perks that usually you don't.
So he was a starting goalie, won the Hart, good style, sick hair, good tan, and he played the guitar.
Yeah, and he had
sick cars,
it's not even fair. Cars, watches.
It's not even fair, buddy. It's not even fair.
Hot wife. He's got it all.
Yeah. Hey,
Uppy, don't get me started with you, Uppy. Pretty boy, Uppy. I already have a little monsters. He puts a little cream after practice to make sure his skin doesn't age too much. Then he plays golf with cream. Uppy, always a nice little Uppy.
Fuck, I learned from the best, Theo. Come
on. Yeah.
Hey, Theo, one more for me, buddy. We appreciate you taking the time, man. You're an absolute beauty. I had the privilege of playing with Vina Cavier in Tampa for a couple years, and each summer he invited me to F1, and for whatever reason, I didn't fucking go because I'm an idiot, but that was legendary back in the day, F1. Do you still go, and is it as good as time as Vinny and the boys used to tell me it was?
Well, actually, yeah, I went this summer. It was good because Aston Martin, the owners from Montreal, Lawrence Stroll, so they wanted me to go there to meet like whatever their sponsor. So I was in the paddock. I was almost changing tires at one point. It was pretty sick. And yes, they're doing a great job. I mean, it's still if you should definitely go up there for sure. I mean, it's still a fun. It's a crazy weekend if the weather is nice, obviously, but it's fun. And especially now with all the money that they have in the F1, they just step up their game. Like the facilities, everything's good.
Good parties.
By the way,
Good parties, right?
Well, I didn't go. I'm too old now. I used to when I was younger, but now didn't go out. Too many. Yeah. I'm behaving, but it was good.
Theo, I just, before you go, obviously, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
But what's like a typical, so you're still in Boca. What's a typical, like, Tuesday, Wednesday night for you? You're still a stogie and a glass of whiskey. And then are you hitting, like, where's the restaurants we're going to in Boca anymore?
The big thing that I like to do, and I'm actually going Friday, it's like, as you know, Uppy, we talked about it. I have my own plane that I fly. So that's kind of what I do. I like to get up. I'll go at the hangar, which I have my man cave. My plane's in the hangar. Beside, I have like a nice lounge. So I'll go there, bring a couple of the guys. We go have lunch at Key West, fly back. Like Sunday, I'm flying up to Tampa. I'm landing at the Davie Island where Vinny lives. He lives right there. He's going to pick me up, go for dinner, sleep there, a couple of drinks, sleep there the next day, fly back. So I'll take the boys. We go play. Like I'm leaving in 2 weeks. We're going to fly up to the Bahamas. I'm going to go play in the Bahamas. It's like a 15-minute flight. So that's kind of what I kind of enjoy. But at nighttime, I just like to chill outside, like Uppy said, glass of wine, watch some games outside. I have a little cigar sometimes here and there. I have some guys over, friends. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. But the plane is really my new hobby. I've owned it for 5 years now, and I've been really flying it. I fly it to Montreal. I do one fuel stop, fly up to Montreal. I just really, really enjoy it. It's really
For you, but
Another legendary check, eh? Fucking flying his own bird, eh? Check, eh?
It wasn't a brag. You're asking what I'm doing. I'm just,
Hey, I'm bragging for you. I know you're not bragging. I'm bragging for you. I was like, that's just another check.
hey, just a quick story about Uppy. Typical Uppy. If you haven't talked to the guy maybe in 2 years, you know where I'm going. So then he's in Florida. I get the call. Okay, I'm happy. He's calling. I'm just, hey, well, what's up, bro? What's up? Yeah, all good, all good. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, so you're playing. How's that doing? Yeah, good. Yeah, I need to get to St. Bart's. Any chance that you can fly up there? I'm like, okay, no, Uppy, it's not a jet. St. Bart is pretty long, but call me quick. I know somebody with a plane. Hey, Theo, fly me to St. Bart's.
you can come. No, for real. You can come. We got extra.
Yeah, come. There's room. No, but
St. Bart's is hard to get to, but now you know.
I know.
Fuck, that place is. Fuck.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Unless you take your best friend's daughter, which is my daughter Romy's best friend, that has enough money that I said I'm paying for like where she could stay with me, restaurant and everything. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, it's hard to get there. Oh, let me see what I could do. And then he set up the jet to go there. So then it's easier. You go to Saint Martin, take that little hopper there, but it is a bitch to get there, man.
It's tricky. But once you're there, fuck, keep your head on a swivel.
And again, Uppy, I know you guys go to Montreal and you're golfers. Again, I'm just saying that not as a brag, but to tell you, me and Sir Chavard and some partner, we bought Celine Dion's private golf course like 4 years ago over in Montreal. It's 40 minutes from the city called Le Mirage, just like Mirage Hotel in Vegas. Check it out. You guys come here. You could stay on the villa we have. It's all covered. It's all me. We'll play golf. You only have to give me 5 shots aside up here. Yeah, we're good. No, but seriously, you guys should fly up and, we could, go for dinner after and enjoy the time there.
We would love to do that.
That'd be great.
Theo, thanks, man. Hey, you're an absolute legend on and off the ice, buddy. Let's do this again. And like you said, let's tee it up. But, buddy, thank you so much. Say what's up to Vinny for me. I love that guy. Thanks for taking the time.
You guys are doing a great job, by the way. It's fun to watch you guys.
Thank you,
pal.
All right. Take care.
Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Up dog, swishy swish. Thank you to Jose, Theodore, Theo. What a beauty. I wish I played with that guy. Hart Trophy, Vezina in the same year. Legend on and off the sheet.
Yeah. I'm quick to be like reminded just how many, how lucky I was to play with some great guys and just how much you're not around. We're not around a lot of hockey guys down here in Newport, Obes. Like we go fella tour. If we're in the rink, we see some guys. We're going to see a lot of guys, here in the next week, going up to Sheldon's event in Aspen. But this Jose Theodore is one of the best teammates I've had. You know, I don't even need to tell you guys why. You guys just listen to him.
Yeah.
Absolute beauty. Played the game the right way. Enjoyed life. Did it the right way. Schmaltzy, a guy's guy through and through. Someone you want to lean on when you're thinking like, fuck, who's the vet on this team that I want to, you know, fly under his wing? Well, that was one of them right there, fella.
Yeah, I mean, I thought just the coolest thing getting to talk to him, boys, was he had the style before all these kids do now. The Willie Styles, the Austin Matthews. He had the baggy suits. He had almost the old school 2000s NBA style. And I didn't know this. He rocked the diamond stud earrings, too. Like, that is so National League, playing in Montreal. And I love when we kind of got him fired up talking about fur coats, because that's a guy you knew was just strutting around with just almost just dripped out like a Louisiana swamp, Obes, with the mink, chinchilla, the beaver. Man, that guy, you know, he's a stud.
That was a great question by you, and I should have assumed but I asked him about it, but I never forget Sheldon Surrey after this game in Montreal coming out with this fur jacket. His hair's perfect. I'm like, this guy is going to do
This guy fucks.
Yeah, and there's gonna, like, I wish I could go with him, because there's not just going to be one or two girls at that table. There's going to be about 8.
I know.
I'm going to just get in there and get involved.
It's hard to even think like the Legion of Poon that I played on has any chance to do the amount of damage that those guys would have done in Montreal in their absolute heyday.
Well, the thing about you guys too is you guys listen. Philly's a great sports town. Don't get me wrong, and you guys had legendary teams, but like,
It wasn't Montreal.
it's not Montreal, right? You put 2 good-looking guys that are, you know, the starting goalie, and Shelley was fucking running the power play, 100-mile-an-hour slap shots. 2 cool guys with good style. I mean, I can.
Ribby had the biscuit on his
Ribby,
his
fuck.
tattoos. And
Switchy, did I ever tell you the first time? Like, so me and Ribby, I actually got into it with Ribby in warm up one time. I kind of chirped him an offside chirp about, you know, his
Something
wife.
you've got to
Wife,
take back.
yeah, I took it back
You took it
immediately.
back.
Immediately, and he like, we talked about it, you know, during at the end of the game, where he's like, "You don't say shit like that." And I was like, "You're right." But Switchy, first time I ever seen Ribby in person off the ice was I was at the Roller, of course, in Vancouver, and Switchy comes walking in, two smokes in both ears, and 2 chicks on both arms. I'm like, look at this for barrel guy. I'm like, Ribby, come back here, buddy. I got some shots for you. Back he came, Swishy.
Double pistols, a couple broads. And I love what Jose said about Ribby, because they were obviously roommates, and Uppy asked him about it, is he lived his life and his idol was Allen Iverson. I mean, that's just so cool. As an AI guy myself that never really got to live it to the fullest, I'm glad a guy like that was able to. Imagine, you know, just, oh, that is so sick. You're like, your favorite idol is, as a hockey player, is Allen Iverson. I love
how Theo went to that. How he knew his idol, who just was rock star, like, and how Beckham was dressing in his heyday and just, you know, being a disruptor. And then the fact that he knew Ribby's idol is AI, like, just, it's so perfect. The guy is a rock star, and to hear him, you know, pilot, musician.
He's like, I'm not bragging.
Golf course owner. He still fucking needs to work on his handicap.
Because I'm not bragging. You guys asked me what I'm doing nowadays.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, we're bragging for you. But it's good to see a guy like that, that's such a good dude, you know, have the success he did, right? Win the MVP, win the Vezina, and still off the ice was having a good time. Because I always believe that you can, just because you're rock and rolling off the ice doesn't mean you can't perform on the ice. Like, sometimes it goes hand in hand.
No,
in my opinion.
He is a pro. He did, you know, showed up to games, and one thing he said is he played fucking hard, and he would, you know, he would treat the guys that were laying down to block shots for him, he would treat them very, very well. Yeah. And you said, like, you hear him throw the cash on the board, like, you learn.
Geez, that was NHL.
Yeah, you learn from guys like that.
Yeah. Well said, Up Dog. Thanks to the Up Dog. Swishy, thank you. Thank you to Theo, absolute beauty. Thanks to the boys at Hall Pass Media.
And happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, boys. Yeah. Kyle, Casey, Conway, Max, the Ice Pick up. That was Missin Curfew.
Fellas.